Hey guys, good morning. Welcome back to our channel, the Eaton Squad. My name is Eddie. So for today's video, let's talk about 13A because this is very important. I believed before that if something happens to the petitioner, it would be carried on and the applicant will just remain on his or her status when it comes to being a resident of the Philippines. But that's not the case. So this is very important to all 13A visa holders that you guys must know this very important information. Details coming right up. So I got the opportunity to chat with Sir JR Coca of JRC Visa Consultancy and Immigration Services. He has also talked about the SRRV on our part 1 conversation. This time we did a sidetrack with 13A because this was a question from a 13A visa holder that what if the petitioner died, not just death, but what if the relationship did not work, they got divorced, they got separated? What happened to the 13A visa status of the applicant if the petitioner is no longer around? So this was a conversation. It was really a good chat with Sir JR because I never thought that you have to do a particular change when this happened. Unlike in the US, for example, you were petitioned by your American husband or American fiance, and God forbid something happened to him, he died, the petition would carry on. You can actually self petition for the petition to go through. Unlike in the Philippines, it's not the case. And this is what Sir JR explained on this conversation. And it's very important that every 13A visa holder should know this, and that every 13A visa petitioner should know this as well, because if this was not asked and Sir JR did not clarify all these things, I would never know that you have to do a particular application again when divorce or death happens. So let's carry on with this conversation with Sir JR Coca of JRC Visa Consultancy and Immigration Services.
I have a question on 13A. Let's sidetrack
Mm-hmm.
because on 13A, what if the main petitioner died?
Mm-hmm.
She died. Can the kids petition the foreign parent to continue his 13A? Will that work?
That's a very valid question. On the Philippine setting, since the petitioner died, and I presume that's already the Filipino spouse, if
Mm-hmm.
if that happens, that particular foreigner will be required, the term required, because that's actually the policy of the Bureau of Immigration, to downgrade that
Oh.
particular 13A going back to tourist. It does not conform. It is not the same with the US, wherein if we switch the situation right now, if the American petitioner on the Filipino spouse had passed away, that particular Filipino spouse would retain that particular visa in the Philippines. No, they don't have that yet, and I think it's not forming part also of the amendment of the modernization of the Bureau of Immigration Act. I have not seen that provision yet.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, hopefully they would consider that, because there are cases like that, and it should be clear, and I think it would be helpful for your subscribers to know that the Bureau of Immigration will be reconciling the time of death of the
Yes.
Filipino spouse, and they're
Mm-hmm.
gonna impose penalties on that if you cannot downgrade back to tourists.
Like if your wife died and you
Mhm.
did not downgrade after a year, you have 1 year worth of penalty to
Yes, correct.
pay.
That's the context, and those particular foreign nationals should know that, because sometimes I'm also a member of a foreign GCs, and normally they put their sentiments there. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, it's not yet in the radar of our Philippine government. And hopefully, they will be taking a look at that, and probably a visa that would be being granted for a foreigner who has actually a legitimate Filipino child.
Just like with our kids, all our kids are dual citizens.
Mhm.
So technically they could petition their dad just in case something happens to me. So that
Mhm.
that should be automatic, but unfortunately it's not. But
Mhm.
I guess it's not just death. Like what
Mhm.
if the relationship did not work, they got
Yes.
divorced and stuff. So I hope that could be
Yeah.
discussed by Congress to kind of revise that law that
Mhm.
immediate family, spouse, kids can, just like the US, it's handed down to the next kin if
Mhm.
something happens to the principal petitioner or principal sponsor. So
Mhm. Correct.
that's really good to know.
And there you go. So I hope you guys have learned something from this interview, especially to those who are under this category. So I hope this will not ever happen. Death, we cannot control, but divorce, there's always a chance for it. And like I said, when this two happen, you will have to downgrade. Even if you guys get kids, because technically the kids would be able to petition their dad or their mom, whoever is the foreigner in the family. But unfortunately, it's not the case in the Philippines. And it looks like, just like Sir JR has said, it's not part of the new Immigration Act as well. So I don't know if one day or maybe soon they are going to revamp this immigration law, especially for residents in the Philippines, that they get more protection or they get more stabilized status in the Philippines when something happens to the petitioner. But it's really a good chat. We've learned so much, especially those on 13A visa. This was actually a question from my husband, but it was a legitimate question because we don't know what's really going to happen. So it's a valid question, and we got a valid answer from it. So that was our quick immigration update with 13A visa. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, concerns, or inquiries with regards to this video or in any of our travel related videos, please comment it down below and I will try to get back to you guys as soon as I can. Or you can direct message me in our Facebook page, same handle, the Eaton Squad, or in our Instagram page, the Eaton Squad Official. Again, guys, thank you so much for the continued support and trust to our channel and to our family. I hope to see you on our next immigration update, travel update, or any travel related updates. Stay safe, stay healthy, and God bless everyone.